The narrative of the Hunger Games unfolds with themes of manipulation, betrayal, ceremonial gestures, and melodies. The story predates the character, Katniss, and even precedes the rise of President Snow. The entire chronology involves spoilers for the complete Hunger Games series. The emergence of the nation of Panem is not an abrupt event, but arises from the remnants of our civilization shaped by the profound impact of climate change. Natural disasters, such as fires, droughts, and storms, lead to a depletion of the planet's resources. Global conflicts erupt as nations vie for the remaining resources, resulting in widespread warfare, collapsing governments, and a sharp decline in the human population, approaching an extinction-level catastrophe. From the ashes of North American society, Panem emerges as a new nation with its capital in the Rocky Mountains, though the exact timeline of its formation remains unclear. Each district contributes a crucial resource to the capital, but in return, they depend on the capital for the distribution of these resources. Exploiting its exclusive control over necessities, the capital manipulates the districts, eventually leading to their rebellion against the capital. The concept of the Hunger Games originates well before the rebellion that prompts its implementation. Crassus Snow, father of the future President Coriolanus Snow, attends the capital's university alongside his friend Casca Highbottom. A class project assigned by Dr. Volumnia Gall involves devising a hypothetical punishment. Snow, collaborating with Highbottom and manipulating him while he's intoxicated, presents an idea that later becomes the basis for the annual punishment inflicted on the districts. After the rebellion, the capital strikes a deal with District 13, allowing it to survive but not as a part of Panem. The capital then imposes the Treaty of Treason, introducing restrictions and the infamous Hunger Games as an annual event where districts sacrifice 2 children in a televised fight to the death. The aftermath of the First Rebellion profoundly impacts Coriolanus Snow's life. Losing family members and wealth, he witnesses the devastation caused by the conflict. The early Hunger Games differ significantly from later iterations, with the first 9 being particularly brutal. The only constant is the selection of tributes through a lottery system. The 10th Hunger Games marks a shift towards a more viewer-friendly experience, introducing mentors, the ability to send gifts to tributes, and tribute interviews. Coriolanus Snow becomes one of the first mentors, guiding Lucy Gray Baird from District 12 to victory. This involvement leads him to become a gamesmaker apprentice under Dr. Gall after a brief stint as a peacekeeper. During this period, he continues to introduce innovative ideas for the Hunger Games. After winning the 10th Hunger Games and returning to her life in District 12, Lucy Gray Baird persists in playing music. District 12 faces challenging times under the capital's reinforced regime, and Lucy Gray uses her guitar to express her views. She composes The Hanging Tree, dedicated to Arlo Chance, a miner and rebellion supporter. Despite the ban on music, the song endures, taught to Katniss by her father. The song gains significance during the Second Rebellion when Katniss sings it in the Hunger Games Mockingjay, Part 1. The 74th Hunger Games tribute selection unfolds routinely until Primrose Everdeen is chosen as the female tribute for District 12. Katniss, unwilling to let her sister face almost certain death, volunteers in her place. Peeta, the son of a local baker, is selected as the male tribute. Despite knowing only one can survive, Katniss and Peeta develop a bond during their training. Back in District 12, Katniss's friend Gale Hawthorne cares for her family, becoming crucial figures in the years to come. As the 74th Hunger Games commence, Katniss ventures out alone, convinced that Peeta is conspiring against her. In reality, Peeta is trying to protect her. Eventually, Katniss teams up with Rue, the 12-year-old tribute from District 11. Tragically, Rue is killed, and Katniss mourns her, sparking a reaction in District 11. rule changes allow two victors, and Katniss and Peeta join forces to win the Capitol's favor. However, the announcement that only one can survive prompts their plan to consume poisonous berries. The rule is changed again to allow two victors, but head game maker Seneca Crane is executed for this decision. The Hunger Games Catching Fire begins with preparations for the 75th Hunger Games. The Capitol organizes a victory tour, but Katniss and Peeta's defiance stirs unrest. President Snow warns Katniss to convince the public that her actions were driven by love for Peeta. During the tour, Katniss struggles to present a convincing relationship, and her perceived defiance amplifies her image as the Mockingjay, a symbol of resistance. The 75th Hunger Games, known as the Third Quarter Quell, involves victors returning to the arena. Katniss is selected along with Haymitch and, to her horror, Peeta volunteers. The tributes, older and more experienced, attempt various tactics to protest their return. Secretly, Plutarch Heavensbee collaborates with a resistance plan led by District 13. The arena's design and a lightning trap become key elements in their escape plan. Katniss and Peeta team up with other tributes, including Finnick, Johanna, Wirus, and BT, who engineers a plan to use a lightning strike to their advantage. The plan succeeds, but Peeta and Johanna are left behind, while Katniss is rescued and taken to District 13. Peeta undergoes brutal brainwashing in the Capitol, posing a challenge for Katniss now under President Coin's administration. Coin urges Katniss to embrace her role as the Mockingjay and film propaganda to inspire Panem's people, leading to an airborne attack on District 13. Peeta regains control momentarily to warn Katniss, reducing casualties in the district. President Coin greenlights a mission to rescue Peeta and other victors from the Capitol, excluding Katniss from the rescue team. Instead, she's assigned to film a live broadcast to distract Snow. However, Snow reveals that he's aware of the rescue mission. Despite this, Peeta, Johanna, and Annie are successfully rescued, and Gale, who participated, finds the rescue surprisingly easy. Upon reuniting with Peeta, Katniss discovers he's been brainwashed to attack her. The Resistance works to counteract Peeta's brainwashing, and Katniss is told to keep her distance for safety. In the Hunger Games Mockingjay, Part 2, Katniss seeks revenge for Peeta's condition. After successful rebel attacks, Capitol troops withdraw to regroup, setting lethal traps called pods. The Resistance acquires a device to detect some of these traps, improving their chances of reaching the Capitol. Katniss and Gale join the Star Squad to film propaganda videos. Peeta is added to the group under Coin's orders, raising suspicions that he's there to harm Katniss. Despite their misgivings, the team pushes into the city, facing deadly traps and Peeta's violent programming. The mission proves fatal for most, including Finnick, with only a few surviving to reach the Capitol center. President Snow, realizing the Capitol is losing, gathers citizens as a human shield. As Katniss and Gale approach, fighting erupts, leading to Gale's arrest. Alone, Katniss nearly reaches Snow's mansion but is injured in a bombing. She wakes to the news of the rebels' victory, Snow's capture, and Prim's death. Katniss confronts Snow, who reveals Coin's responsibility for the Capitol bombing and Prim's death. During a meeting, Coin suggests a new Hunger Games using Capitol children as tributes. Katniss agrees on the condition that she executes Snow. However, she kills Coin, instead realizing Coin's rule would replicate oppressive conditions. Snow is killed by the crowd. After Coin and Snow's deaths, Katniss is arrested, but later pardoned, returning to District 12. Commander Paler becomes Panem's new president, abolishing the Hunger Games and initiating democratic elections. In the years that follow, Katniss marries Peeta and has children, both grappling with PTSD. Despite the lingering scars from the Games and Capitol's tyranny, starting a family signifies Katniss's belief in the future. Her journey, from refusing to have children to embracing hope, reflects her resilience and commitment to a better world.